Hi everyone, it's Amanda Rabideau, founder of Arch Collective and startup advisor. Today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite topics, the FOMO of revenue. I want to talk to you why it's so important to your startup success that you do not fall into this trap and give you some ideas on how to avoid it. If you've been to my website or watched any videos on my YouTube channel, you've probably seen that my fractional CMO clients are post-Series A funded. After your startup receives Series A funding, you might feel intense pressure to prove that you have a profitable concept. Far too many people let that pressure encourage them to make questionable choices that create short-term bumps in revenue but sacrifice long-term growth. Borrowing a popular acronym from social media, you can think of this as Revenue FOMO, or the fear of missing out. Fear of missing out on revenue can make business leaders feel anxious about growing their companies, attracting investors, and developing a plan for ongoing profits. Unfortunately, plans that come from fear and anxiety rarely focus on long-term goals. They're all about satisfying those short-term needs that undermine strategic planning focused on meeting the needs of their niche clients. If you're feeling tempted by Revenue FOMO, I suggest thinking through these potential challenges. At this point, if you're a post-Series A funded company, you probably have at least $1 million or so that you've received. And this may seem like a lot of money, but what you'll soon find is this doesn't go nearly as far as you'd like. In addition to marketing, you need to be investing in your product, in the team that builds that product, and of course, in the other supporting members of the team, like customer service and sales to sell that product. So you're probably thinking, okay, well, we've got all these people working on it, we want to grow revenue, we have this pressure, let's cast a really wide net and reach out to as many people as possible. Well, what you're soon going to find is that that marketing budget you had set aside is going to quickly be drained. And why is that? Well, when you cast your net that wide, that means you don't have very specific marketing campaigns. You're going out to more channels that you need. You're reaching people that aren't a fit for your product. And you're not going to see the return on your marketing investment that you'd like. So even though it seems like casting a wide net is better, customers are looking for companies that are focused on their specific needs. So in today's competitive marketplace, the more niche and the more focused that you are, the more successful you will be. If you haven't already watched my video on establishing your target audience, make a note and I suggest going back and watching that video. It'll give you a lot of insight on how to clearly define your target audience. You've heard the expression by the poet John Lydgate. You can satisfy some of the people all the time. You can satisfy all of the people some of the time, but you can't satisfy all the people all the time. John Lydgate was a poet and a monk. He was certainly not thinking about startups and 21st century business. However, his words really do ring true, especially when it comes to marketing. Think about what happens when you waste your time, money, and energy trying to satisfy clients that don't fit your target audience. Inevitably, those clients will not be satisfied and they'll be disappointed in your product and service. You cannot risk choosing clients that could damage your reputation at this point in the life of your business. Every review, every referral is going to shape the way other people view your business. By attracting too many of the wrong clients just for the sake of increasing revenue in the short term, you'll miss out on the opportunity to build relationships with the right clients or those that will become raving fans because they absolutely love the product and the service that your business is offering. Once you target an audience that will appreciate what your business offers, you can then focus on building high-value relationships with these clients. Over time, you can even build an ecosystem of businesses and influencers that will help you target more high-value niche clients that are the perfect fit for your offering. When reaching out to influencers about marketing opportunities, you don't necessarily need the influencers with the largest followers. And what I mean by that, micro influencers, or those with 10 to 50K social media followers, are often much closer to their end user and their audience, and so working with them can actually provide a higher ROI. There's even nano influencers with a smaller audience, somewhere between 5 and 10K followers, and they're especially targeted and close with their audience. So look at micro influencers and nano influencers as opportunities for reaching your audience rather than just those folks with the largest followers. Since micro influencers have a smaller audience, they have the time to engage with that audience online. Let's say a celebrity, they might not have the bandwidth to do that, or they could have someone who's on their PR team who's responding, and it might not be as authentic. For example, let's take someone with a YouTube channel that has 25,000 subscribers. When they respond and engage with every comment, that helps their business and establishes trust. And if you're using them as an influencer, it helps elevate your startup company along with them. Establishing trust is critical to connecting with the right clients that you can then build relationships over years and decades. Yes, it's certainly a long-term strategy, but investing in your business and your target audience in this way means you'll have better feedback to improve your product and service, you'll be able to provide better customer service, and you'll establish long-term, very high margin relationships. That's all I have for today on the FOMO of revenue. I hope you learned a few things to do and a few things not to do. And of course, if you like this kind of B2B tech marketing advice, subscribe to my channel today.